Hi everyone, it's Thursday night, the 25th of June, and day 177 of Living the Dream. My power statement for today said, I'll finish the beta test participant overview script so I can record my video for the beta test ad and get 10 participants for the focus group. I chose this as my fun task because I'm really looking forward to seeing people respond to my beta test focus group ad. I think I'm going to get those 10 participants pretty fast. At least that's my hope. And I want to make sure I have the pitch ready to go for when I do the Zoom call to give them the overview of what I'm trying to get done with this focus group. In addition to that fun task, here's the rest of my to-do list right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows, and then 1, 2, 3 blacks that I got done today. Bam, done. Croy says, get the honesty going here, Marty. Get honest with yourself. What didn't go well today? What could you have done better? Did you wake up early and start strong? 6:30, check. Did you start your morning with power? I did. Were you productive? You just saw several pieces right through the portal of my mind into the world of the physical. So I was productive today. Get the most important things done? I certainly did. Those 4 highlighted ones. Did you move your goals forward? Of course. Right here, right there. And did you show up as the person you wanted to be? And yes, I did. What about your personal time with Kathleen? We had a great night tonight. I think Thursday night we watched another Jody Moore video together. So I was present and she was present for each other. Now, after answering these questions, I always like to ask myself this get honest with yourself question put this way. Were you honest with yourself about your task today, Marty? Did you keep your commitments and promises you made this morning to yourself? Well, this morning was pretty much like every other morning, so I made the promise to get all the to-dos done on my task list that's on my to-do list and to have fun finishing the overview script. So yes, I got that done. I kept my promises. In last night's entry, I showed the Social Security paper, remember that I received, and I said I would go into it and check it out and get back to you. Well, I was directed to one other person than what I was given by the Social Security Administration, and that administrator led me to another person, and that person hasn't answered my phone call all day. So I left a message, and I'll keep you informed now, so stay tuned. We'll see. I certainly won't let this $1,743 go dark unless the gal says so. So we'll see how that turns out. The next question that Croy says to ask is, what movies did you watch in your mind today, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any new movies that your two amigos put on the screen of your mind during the day today? In other words, did you make any new movies? And if so, what were they? Well, today I did my normal go to the movies, 5 favorites, but I also had little clips firing off in my mind all day long. I imagine people replying to my beta test ads. I'm so excited about that, so it's on my mind a lot. I can't help but think that way because I feel I'm going to get a good response to them. So that's what's happening in my mind so vividly. Next, Croy asked, was there anything that didn't go well today, Marty? In other words, was there one thing you could have done better? What's that one thing would have make all the difference in the world going forward? In other words, what's the one thing you'd want to get done tomorrow, even if your day goes sideways, but you'd still feel like success? Even if you struggle with it, but you still got it done, what would that one thing be? And once you decide what that one thing is, turn it into a power statement. So I thought about it, and I think the one thing that will make a big difference going forward, and that I wanted to be a power statement for tomorrow morning, said this. I will write up a script for the Zoom conference call, focus group launch call with the 10 participants that's going to be on, so we can kick off that beta test focus group. I did want to show you this. This is the group overview script that I've got to explain what the focus group is all about. Now I've got to do the actual Zoom conference focus group call once I get all those 10 participants ready to go. So that's going to be a fun one. Croy says, were there any mistakes or failures I had for today that I can turn into a tool of success going forward? Well, the fact that I didn't get 2 of my video entry teaser statements done and then the questions, a lot on my plate, that could be considered a failure. But I actually chose to set those 2 aside so that I could get these other tasks done because I felt that they were more important to get done right now because I want to get that ad ready to go. This is why I say that you should consider your to-do list every morning and determine if you need to reprioritize a few things on it. And I did this morning, so that wasn't a failure. It was a reprioritization of my to-do list, and that's how it works. The next question is to rate your day. I gave today an 8. I say 8 because I worked at the speed of 8 for sure, and I felt good about it. I didn't work at the speed of 10 because I took a little break, and it's just been a busy, busy day. But I got every important task done that I wanted to get done today, and as well as that fun one that I got done in my exciting task. So I thought I did a good thing. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. Today I want to say that I'm grateful for my clock. It's right up here. You can't see it. It's a nice big clock about like that. As I work in my office upstairs here, I always put my cell phone on the Samsung Circle Charge, which is right there. Here it is, right over here on the little charger. I just set it down on it, and away it goes charging. But to see the time, I can either pick up the phone and look at that on my phone, or I can look my laptop down in that little corner to see what time it is. But it's so small right there, and it's just easy to glance right, just like that, right up on the wall, and I get to see the time. So I love my big clock. It quietly ticks throughout the day. It's really kind of soothing feeling as well. In an instant, I can check the time, and it makes me feel good all day long. So I love my clock. Next, I'm grateful for the law of success called ideas or things. Mark Twain said, a person with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. So don't be afraid of introducing new ideas. I learned a long time ago that ideas are real things. I've even talked about them on these video journal entries. They often turn into cold, hard cash, even into tens of thousands of dollars, and even millions of dollars. Just think of someone writing a sentence down on a piece of paper that he thought in his head. He wrote it down on the piece of paper, and then that piece of paper was taken and left in a desk that got sold and put into a warehouse, and it sat in the warehouse for over 100 years. Then think of someone finding the desk, opening the drawer and finding that piece of paper with the sentence written on it. It can be assumed that just by looking at that piece of paper with the sentence written on it, that someone, a human being, lived and had an idea and wrote it down on the paper. In other words, it didn't just happen on its own. It was someone who wrote it. Now imagine that sentence was written down. What that was written down was a formula for making graphene out of pig slop. Graphene, as you know, is a pretty small microscopic type, sheen type product that is very, very expensive. Now, would that piece of paper with that sentence on it be worth 50 cents? Maybe $1, $10, $1,000? What would it be worth? The idea, the formula to make graphene out of pig slop would remain a crank until someone read it, understood it, and then followed it and made an ounce of graphene out of that pound of pig slop. And the 1 ounce of graphene is worth $5,000 today. But what if 100 years from now it was worth $100,000 an ounce? Oh my goodness, the power of just one idea. You go look up graphene, Graphene, and see what it's worth right now, and think of an ounce, and then think of a pound out of pig slop. You could turn that down, compound into graphene. What a powerful little sentence, huh? Next, I'm grateful for the principle that says, it is an unfortunate truth that those with boldest ideas are often disregarded. Most of us are taught from an early age to think and do things similarly to everyone else. This can be great to fill an existing role, but to truly do things differently, and all successful people do things and did things differently, you need to think differently. You need to think different ideas. If you have a new idea, don't throw it away because it's new and different. Instead, celebrate it. Your strange new idea might one day be that one idea that leads you to success. Celebrating new ideas and new ways of thinking is living the dream. Okay, another day of living the dream. Done. I'll be back here once more again tomorrow night, sharing my feelings. I'm kind of tired, so I'm going to close this off, but until tomorrow night, I wish you all continued success. Good night.